Meteorologists inform people about changes in the weather, and the weather also matters to animals. Fox 31's Kerri Copello explores how animals are affected by weather in this week's Go Green.
Meteorologists tell people about changes in the weather, but how do the animals know?
It's changing and it affects animals, and so animals are either migrating earlier, food resources are changing because food blooms earlier, and so bugs are earlier, seeds are different, berries are different, and so it affects birds' patterns, it affects all kinds of mammals.
Protection from the elements is important.
Internal housing to escape weather is primarily what we try to do.
Kind of take the day-to-day precautions, like today is kind of a rainy day, so that's why a lot of my animals are in holding.
There are special procedures for severe weather like tornadoes and hurricanes.
With guys like this, we have specific holding stalls for them, actually what we're in right now, so that they have shelter, they have cover, and then they can seek that. Large hoof stock, things like that, we're going to actually leave them where they are. Leave them in their space so that they don't feel confined, and we don't have to worry about them running into anything, stuff like that. So you just give them their space, leave them in their normal enclosure, because that's where they're going to be most comfortable.
Like humans, animals adapt to different climates and changing weather patterns.
They're fairly resilient at dealing with temperature extremes. It's kind of funny. They're not much different than we are. You know, you'll see them on a really hot day, and then we get an afternoon sun, a rain shower, and they'll get out there and play around in the rain just like a little kid will.
Weather not only affects the animals, it also affects zoo attendants.
With good weather, you tend to have bigger crowds. Cooler weather, you tend to have bigger crowds. Hotter weather, tend to have less crowds, and so that's partly what goes on.
It's really important for a zookeeper to keep their eye on the weather, keep updated. This way we can make the best decisions that we can for our animals.
For more information on how weather affects animals at Cheehaw and other zoos, stay logged on to mysouthwestga.com. With this week's Go Green, Kerri Copello, Fox 31 News.